How's it going, everybody? So, I've done a lot of thinking over the past couple years about political correctness and trying to be factually accurate. And I've battled with these thoughts and ideas of whether facts and scientific accuracy is even possible. And I've discovered a very disturbing fact that the vast majority of things in life and in human experience cannot be absolutely factually proven. Science, a lot of people have it completely wrong. Like, a lot of people don't realize that science is not the study of absolute truth. It is it is a system of study to determine what is most probably true based on evidence. And a lot of people have a lot of trouble trying to swallow that pill because they attach their ego to being factually correct. But a scientific fact is not the same thing as a fact, a general fact. For example, a general fact, like an absolute truth, is 5 plus 5 equals 10. That is an absolute fact. And in mathematics and things related to it, you can actually be absolutely factual. You could be absolutely true. But within science, it's very hard to determine an absolute fact. And that this is why the vast majority of things that we know as facts are considered or labeled as theories, okay? And I'm not saying that everything is questionable. I'm not saying that nothing can be absolutely true. Just 99% of things in this life are like virtually impossible to prove absolute fact within our human perception. And, this is actually what science is all about. This is actually true. Like, this is true. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to try to like tell me that I'm wrong, but I'm not wrong. Like, it's actually true. Like, um, anyone who actually studies science, any kind of scientist would verify that that's true. It's just that most people don't know what science is. They're like, oh, science is a study of facts. But yeah, scientific facts, okay? Because it's unproductive to just be like, okay, nothing can be absolutely proven. So, that's the thing. Like, in our human experience, it would serve us no purpose. It would be counterproductive. It would bring us back as a society if we were to just assume that nothing can be proven true. That's why we have science, so that we can find the most probable facts, okay? Like, what's most probably true based on the most valid evidence we have, so that we can move forward in a society and produce better results. Science is extremely important because if we don't have the study of scientific facts, if we don't have a system of evidence and probability like this, then literally anybody can just believe anything. You'd have people selling cocaine on the streets, claiming that it's the cure for cancer, and then everyone would be addicted to it. I mean, that's just a stupid example, but this is why it's important. So, and in regards to God and stuff like that, I think that it can be productive to discuss things like that. But as a society, or individually speaking, just debunking people's, religious beliefs, just out of scientific accuracy, I don't really see what kind of purpose that serves. Like, if I was to go up to somebody and a Christian or something at a church or something, and try to tell them, there's no evidence for God, blah blah blah. I mean, how is that going? That's not going to benefit society or benefit me or benefit their lives the same way that debating somebody on health topics would benefit our society. So science is very productive for determining these important discussions. You know, does meat cause cancer? Global warming, how can we save our population? How can we improve our health? You know, how does gravity work? You know, trying to create new technology to take advantage of gravity, like airplanes, for example. You know, determining if the Earth is round or not so that we can develop things like airplanes and navigation systems, you know, because that all relies on the theory of the Earth being round. And I guess it's not a theory. I don't care. I think that whole flat Earth discussion is fucking stupid. And I don't know, maybe the Earth is flat, right? I don't know. I haven't studied because I don't give a fuck. But why even debate that? I mean, amongst those people, you know, because anything based on, you know, navigation systems and flying planes and shit like that is going to be based on the assumption that the Earth is round. And so in order for these planes and things to work, you have to assume that the Earth is round. The Earth has to be round for things to work as they do. Anyway, forget that. My point is, science is based on probability, based on the validity of evidence. The problem that people have, the problem I see, and this is why, you know, a problem that kept me away from science for a long time, is when people, and I love science now in the last couple of years, I'm a science nerd now. Fact is, a lot of people try to portray their beliefs as absolutely true. And so if you assume that God exists, right, that's fine. There's no reason to criticize someone for that. But if you say, like, no, God is absolutely a fact. Everybody should obey God because he is absolutely the creator. My ethical system is based on God. You know, this is all, like, now you need evidence. Now you need credible evidence. And a book written by, you know, multiple people, multiple prophets, and then compiled together to call the New Testament or whatever from thousands of years ago, you know, especially considering how tribalistic people were back then. If an airplane flew over their heads, they'd assume it's a fucking angel or an alien or something, okay, because they don't understand science. That's the thing. Anyway, like, that's not enough evidence to base a society's ethical principles on. It's not enough evidence to expect other people to believe it, and it's not enough evidence to base a absolute fact on. So that's the thing. Like, there's people who believe meat causes heart disease for sure, and there's a lot of evidence to prove that. I personally don't believe that because I'm not convinced by the evidence I've seen. And I constantly request that that people send me some kind of evidence that serum cholesterol actually causes heart disease, or, you know, is it causation or correlation? So far, I see a lot of correlation and no evidence that's causation. Point is, probability. I see too many flaws in the science. Therefore, I believe there's probably something else to the picture. Now, if I eat nothing but meat for years and then I develop heart disease, I'm gonna say it's probably all the meat that I ate, right? But if I eat meat and vegetable oils for a long time, then I'm like, it's probably the vegetable oils or the meat or a combination of both. It's probability. So it's okay to be like, okay, I believe that meat causes heart disease, or it seems like, it really, really seems like, or evidence strongly suggests that meat causes heart disease. That is more accurate. That is more presentable, and that produces an easier discussion. But when people say, no, you're a fucking idiot because you eat meat and you don't believe meat causes heart disease, now you're being arrogant, you're being scientifically inaccurate, and you're being counterproductive to the entire study of science, because science is completely founded on creating theories and asking questions. And when you believe absolutely that your theory is correct, that's not a theory, that's a fact, now it's unproductive. Now there's no more questions to be asked because you know the truth. Anyway, leave your questions and comments down below. Let me know what you think about this. I have much more to talk about this. I'll talk to